This hand is keepable. Just barely. Like, this is the lower end of what I'm going to keep, but I get Love Struck Beast on turn 1. I've got Brush Fire, Bone Crusher, and this hand really just needs to draw 1 land and it can start popping off. Looks like the opponent's got Obosh as their companion, so it looks like they're probably going to be running the Teamer Adventures deck. Teamer Adventures, Teamer Ramp. It's sort of what the deck has morphed into now that Lucky Clover is banned. That's not a land. Alright, well, let's start smashing. Hopefully we can find a land for next turn. And then maybe even one the turn after that, so I can just curve Lovestruck Beast into Great Henge, and then we'd be sitting in a fine spot. Opponent's got a Stomp from a Brush Fire Elemental, that's fine. And we did hit the land, so that's quite good for us. One more land off the top, and we can play out another Lovestruck Beast. Even if we don't hit the land, we still got plenty of stuff to be doing. Opponent's got all their colors of mana over here. Ooh, these must be the, yes, these are the, Bob Ross lands. There are codes to redeem these, but I've forgotten what they are, but I will definitely be doing that later. As long as the codes haven't expired. Do you know if the codes have expired? It's like Delightful Meadow, Friend Tree, Move Mountain. Alright, opponent resolves their Bone Crusher Giant, and we did find our land. Unfortunately, it's not an untapped land. So what we're going to do here is attack with Lovestruck Beast. Opponent's unlikely to block. You're probably just going to take the 5 here. And then we will create a human with this Lovestruck Beast, play the tapped Mammoth, or I guess the tapped Valley, and then pass with Stomp Up. And hopefully we can fade a removal spell for 1 turn and get this Hinge down. Let's go another Mountain. We can take some damage off this Bone Crusher Giant. We can get some of it back with Great Henge, and the opponent's casting a Cultivate, which I am fine with. See if they want to attack. They do not. I'm just going to stomp their face. I'm not going to pretend to know the deck list too well, but I don't think they have all that much in the way of cards that I necessarily want to that I'll be able to stomp. Alright, yeah, and then we're just going to get down the Great Henge and a Scavenging Ooze. And we do another Scavenging Ooze, and this is just going swimmingly for us. The opponent does have 6 cards in hand, but like the Ooze cantrips, and right now if I've cast Ox, which I guess I can't because I don't have double red, but this can draw me like 4 cards. Ooh, actually, I'll have to make sure I stack my triggers right so that I don't accidentally draw a card off of Great Henge and then discard my hand to the Ox ability. That is interesting. Alright. So, let's see. There's a Brushfire Elemental in my graveyard, so I can only make the Ooze a 4/4. I still think I attack with both. Like, if Ooze trades for Giant, that's fine. And the opponent's got to do something to interact with my Lovestruck Beast here. Also, I didn't mention it at the time, but drawing this Mountain here is quite good. Alright. Actually, I just missed lethal, potentially. Aren't I clever? I should have attacked with my humans. Wow, that was an exceptionally bad play for me. Interesting. So I'm just going to slam my adventure creatures, draw a couple of cards here. Opponent's got a Brazen Borrower on my Scavenging Ooze. Sure. Ooh, we drew a Brushfire Elemental, but I'll hold that till next turn. Let's play the Ooze, and then we can also eat their Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, let's end the turn. The opponent could get down an Ugin here. I'm not too concerned about Ugin at the moment. Because, like, with all my creatures cantripping, it would definitely be rough, but I could handle it. Genesis Ultimatum, sure. This is probably going to be rough for us. Yeah, the fact that I could have potentially killed the opponent last turn. Well, I guess they had the Borrower anyway, so they would have bounced the Scoos, and they wouldn't have taken lethal. Wow. That was a hit. So they'll kill my 1/1s off. Wow, they hit four. They hit four great. Yes. What? Yeah, they hit four great hits here. All right. Well, Scoos will still eat your Bone Crusher Giant. Ah, they were only able to kill 1/1/1 though. That's good. Let's open on a Brushfire Elemental. We're going to try and find Cleave and see if we can't kill them this turn. That is a lot of land, like an indecent amount of land. I guess I don't really have attacks anymore, which is tragic. Robber of the Rich. I can play the Robber next turn because it's got haste. No attacks, I don't think. Oh, I guess the Lovestruck Beast. They just chump with the Edgewall Innkeeper. Yeah, I think it's okay to get in with my Beast, though. Like, if they want to 2-for-1 themselves off my Beast, I think I'm fine with that. Because my Beast trading for their Innkeeper and their Beast seems like a fine deal. Yeah, I'm fine with this. And then I've got another Beast as a follow-up, and I can make a pretty wide attack next turn. You know what, actually, looking at the way I've tapped here with this mountain up, I didn't really pay attention. I just sort of let the auto tapper do its thing, but I'm sure I could have tapped in a way that would leave this as an untapped green source so that I could activate Scavenging Ooze. Opponent has their own Great Hinge and a rather large Beanstalk Giant. Actually, a really fucking large Beanstalk Giant. So this current scenario, I'll be able to attack with 3 lethal creatures and 3 blockers next turn. So I need to draw something. Fabled Passage isn't bad. Let's lead on the Robber of the Rich. Okay, the second Robber of the Rich will do it here. And now I just send 4 lethal attackers into their 3 blockers. Haste is one heck of an ability. Alright, opponent takes it all. And we got there, even through the Genesis Ultimatum. That was pretty good Genesis Ultimatum, but still managed to work our way through it. So we're playing up against the Temur Ramp deck. Let's see. I think I want Dragonfires. It's good against some amount of their cards. The Crow and War is interesting. Don't think I need the Ox of Agonis. Trim, Brushfire Elementals, I think. And maybe Skews isn't at its best in this matchup. Yeah, this looks reasonable. I guess I could see bringing in a Clothis. This is a match that could go long, but I don't necessarily know that I want it to. No, I think this configuration is fine. So let's run it back. I am a big fan of the opponent's deck. I think it's just a really neat innovation. Like the fact that so many of the good adventure creatures were naturally odd costs with like Edgewall Innkeeper, Lovestruck Beast, Bone Crusher Giant, Brazen Borrower. This hand makes me sad, but I'm going to keep it. This hand makes me a little bit less sad. I'm not going to lead on the Innkeeper here. They've just got too many good ways to kill it. I'd rather save it for a little bit later and then play my Edgewall Innkeeper and my Lovestruck Beast in the same turn so that I can, definitely get a draw off of it. Like, I'm not going to lie, when they use like a Scorching Dragonfire or a Stomp on my Edgewall Innkeeper, I still feel like I'm ahead because like they're using a good removal spell to kill my 1/1. I say that, and because yeah, like I am going to Scorching Dragonfire this because that is just such a threatening card. But, like the exchange feels so bad on my end. Like I just used a premium removal spell to kill their 1/1, and imagine how much better it'll feel on our end when our 1/1 draws us a card and eats the removal spell. The opponent's just swimming in Edge Keepers over here. And there's the Spike Field Hazard. Short. Ooh, that's interesting. So Forest, I think, actually puts us in a position where we can play our Kazandu Mammoth this turn, which I like quite a bit. I was going to play the Mammoth tapped and then get in with my Robber of the Rich, but I like this line. In the next turn, we're playing untapped Shatter Skull Smashing and Get Down, Edgewall Innkeeper, and Lovestruck Beast, as well as attack in for a decent chunk of damage. Opponent's got a Petty Theft. That's fine. We'll take 1. Pay 3 life. Play our Edgewall Innkeeper. Opponent might have a counterspell. They're really in the tank on this. How scared are you of the Innkeeper? Is this a scarier card than my Lovestruck Beast? Well, they're going to let me at least get my cast trigger. I'm going to guess that they Essence Scatter the Lovestruck Beast. Oh, they've got a Stomp for the Innkeeper. That's also fine. Oh, and another Lovestruck Beast there is actually like, really good. Because like if the opponent plays here, assuming that I can't attack with the Lovestruck Beast, I might be able to get in a nice little attack. Opponent Scry to the top with the Temple of Mystery. They're just adding Obosh to their hand. I like it. Ooh. Wow, this just is just going so well for me. I get to get down my Robber of the Rich and draw a card and attack with the Lovestruck Beast. And then I've also got Embercleave in my hand now. I don't quite get to draw a card off Robber, unfortunately, but like this is a really nice attack. Hinge there was just an amazing draw. Alright, opponent's cracking a Fabled Passage. Bone Crusher Giant, draw a card. Brazen Borrower, draw a card. So what are we doing here? If I attack with both, I can get something going with the Embercleave. Like, I don't think they have good blocks against my Embercleave. I don't think I quite kill them, but I'll definitely put them in a rough spot. It's like, even if they stack everything on Lovestruck Beast, the Lovestruck Beast will still be able to eat all of their creatures and trample in for 6 damage. Block. Block. They're just blocking with the 2. I mean, I'm still going to go for the cleave. If I put it on Robber, they take 8. Yeah, that's not lethal. Bloop. And Xaxes. Oh, you know what? I don't know what I was talking about. My opponent stacks everything. Brazen Borrower can only block creatures flying. This hand is absolutely unkeepable. I like this. I think I keep and bottom the Great Hinge. I'm just really far away from casting this. And then Vivian is a similar value engine that I can cast much easier. It was good, thank you. It's very nice. Spent some time with family. All of that fun stuff. Had some good food. A lot of really good food. Too much good food. I gained like 20 pounds. What are these sleeves? This looks like some sort of Seb McKinnon art. I like it. Opponent on dogs. Ooh, this actually might be the this is a pretty cool Orzhov Auras deck that I've seen around a bit. Depending on what the opponent does, it might be worth to just stomp the Selfless Savior. Because I'll have to get through it anyway. Yeah, let's just stomp the Savior. And then we can just... do I want to cast Bone? I think I want to cast Bone Crusher Giant over Stomping. The Stomp is tempting. We found the lands for our Vivian, which is nice. Opponent's got a giant killer here. Sure. And then Lovestruck Beast. So yeah, let's just take our 1/1, drop the beast. Alright. Oh, this is Banishing Light. I feel like I am seeing so many Banishing Lights today. Definitely more than I've seen in the past. No attacks from the opponent. That's interesting. And about tap land. So we'll attack with our human. I'm fine to trade the Savior for my token. Looks like they're not down for it, though. And then we're just going to jam Vivian. We've got an Innkeeper on top. That'll be good for next turn. Right now, I think I just want to create a Vigilant token. Gives me good options for attack and defense. I'm not really concerned about flyers. What was this? Vera playing this. Okay. It's the flip side of the removal spell one. I suppose I could have created Trample there. Giant Killer for the opponent. And Heliod. Ooh, the Heliod there, that's going to be a bit rough for me. Let's start by attacking with the Beast. Opponent takes the 3. What do you do again? Spreads counters, gives lifelink. Alright, so create another Vigilance one. I'm going to go ahead and stomp the Giant Killer. This will make them sack their Selfless Savior, so I'm not actually going to kill it. I just want to get one of their creatures off the battlefield to make it harder for them to get Heliod online. Like the 5/5 lifelink would be a little bit rough on us. Ooh. Ooh. Opponent got there. This is scary. So the opponent's on, like, sort of mono-white devotion, I suppose. This Heliod's going to cause some trouble. I basically just need to draw Embercleave and kill them next turn. Which, unfortunately, not going to work out like that. Want to mention, yeah, the opponent sends Heliod at Vivian. Oh man, the Linden grows the Heliod, and the Heliod, oof. Oh yeah, I guess making Linden a 4/4 makes more sense there. This is scary. And then they've got Kabira Takedown for one of my tokens. We'll Trump Block to save Vivian here. Questing Beast. Think I'm going to cast that. Attack. I'm cool with trading for Linden, and if they don't want to trade the Linden, that's also fine. And then I guess I'll just make another Vigilant Beast. Got Heliod's Punishment for the Questing Beast. And Glorious Anthem. Man, the Wilt is definitely coming in against multiple enchantment-based removal spells and the Glorious Anthem. Oh wow, Linden triggers off of each white creature? That's not how those cards normally work. It's 4/5. And yeah, I guess I chump. Tried to keep Vivian around. Not forget to activate our Questing Beast. Try and knock off this punishment. Am I really winning this game? Like, what's that look like? They're empty-handed, but they've got Tapper, they've got 2 creatures that are constantly growing, plus Heliod gains lifelink. Yeah, I think I'm cool to just tie this up and then move on to the next game. Heliod's going to be rough. Definitely want Wilt. Dragonfire. I don't know that I want the Crowan War. Like, none of their creatures doesn't feel impactful to steal anything they've played. Like, even getting Heliod off their board for a few turns just seems like whatever. Yeah, let's go down Ox. From these. Yeah, let's see how it goes. I will happily play first. Yeah, this hand's actually pretty good. I get a curve. I get a really nice curve here, actually. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got things to do all the time. I think Kazandu Mammoth versus Lovestruck Beast on 3 is a very interesting question. Don't hate to see a Scorching Dragonfire here. Because, like, the thing with these landfall creatures, they appreciate in value. You want to get them down as early as possible. That way you can get their triggers, because, ooh, Seasoned Hollowblade, that's a hell of an annoying card. The fact that I drew the Great Hinge makes me favor the Lovestruck Beast, though. Because, like, if I can get down the Great Hinge next turn, then I'll be in a really great spot. But yeah, I think that's interesting, because, like, if I don't play this, like, let's say I draw one more land next turn, I play this turn 4, and then I never draw a land, it's only fine. I mean, like, I could have gotten really greedy and still played the Mammoth, because I would need to draw an untapped land anyway if I want to play this Hinge, and a Mammoth with its landfall triggered, let's cast the Hinge on 4. But that's unnecessarily greedy, because if I miss my land drop next turn, I can just use the Mammoth as a forced land. Opponent's got Luris. Interesting. I didn't draw another land, so we'll just play a tapped Mammoth. I'll attack with the Lovestruck Beast before I hit the Luris. Because, like, if the opponent wants to maybe double block, I can get them in a position where they just discard a card to the Seasoned Hollowblade for absolutely no value. Unlikely, but, like, it opens an opportunity for my opponent to make a relevant mistake, so I'll take the line. I don't think I want to attack with the Brushfire Elemental, though. Like, the Hollowblade just eats it in that scenario. Alright, now the opponent is, as expected, not going to do anything with my Lovestruck Beast. And then I'm going to Scorch the Luris. That way, like, there's an argument to Stomping so that I can cast my Bone Crusher Giant sooner, but I just don't want them to recur that. Like, yeah, it's not their companion, so they probably don't have, like, a high density of card. Oh, man, the Scorching Giant, or the Banishing Light on my Great Henge really sucks there. So yeah, they probably don't have, like, a super high density of things to get back, but it's just such a powerful card. No land's kind of sad. Let's just play the Robber of the Rich. We can attack, and we even get to do the whole pseudo draw off the Robber. Robber of the Rich is probably better than a land there. I'm just being mopey. Opponent is in the tank on... I guess they got Force of Will in their mono-white standard deck. They also just might not realize that they have priority because of the Seasoned Hollowblade. I've definitely done that a few times. Alright, we'll attack in for 4. This is a race we're pretty handily winning. Ooh! Glorious Anthem. Now that's spicy. I've got a decent bit of removal. So, like, if they play anything... If they play anything that is not... Let's see, I was going to say anything that's not another Seasoned Hollowblade. I can get in a pretty good attack, but it's another Seasoned Hollowblade. could still get in with the robber maybe to pick up this glorious anthem. Like, that does. Ooh, no, actually, because Mountain will let me get the Great Henge down. Oh no! I'm run. Oh, shoot, one short. So I could attack with my robber just to get the glorious anthem. I think that's alright. Because then, like, subsequent land drops would allow my Brushfire to still attack through these Seasoned Hallow Blades. What Speaker of the Heavens do again? No, that's just throwing away a card. Let's just stomp the Speaker and then get down the Bone Crusher. With Bone Crusher in play, I can actually play the Great Henge next turn. And then once I get down the Henge, I can really start to do things. Hopefully. I guess I don't really have anything in hand to go with the Henge. Yeah, these Hallow Blades are quite annoying. Opponent's only had 4 cards in hand. Got another Luris. Well, I've got another Scorching Dragonfire. Well, they do get their Speaker of Heavens back. You know what? Luris is actually quite interesting with the Seasoned Hallow Blades, because you can pitch cards to the Hallow Blade and then cast it with Luris. That's not quite a combo, but definitely interesting. Do I risk letting Luris live for a turn to get down my Henge? I think I do. Like, the opponent hasn't made any efforts to attack. I don't think they're going to start. Also, I just have to say, I am really good at drawing multiples of these legendary artifacts. Like, 2 Great Henge, 3 Embercleave. Here's the Heliod. Killing Luris. Killing Luris will just barely shut off Heliod, right? Oh no, less than 5. Killing Luris won't shut off the Heliod. That's yikes. Opponents get in with the Hollow Blade. Alright, well, I guess I'll just make them discard their hand, because if they do this... Like, I lose the Brushfire, which is sort of shitty, but like, if they have to discard their hand here, then I can start to actually deal with these Hallow Blades. Alright, so we'll give one of them lifelink. It's sort of whatever. Oh, they're not going to use up either of the cards. They're just going to let the Hallow Blades die? Interesting. Oh, and they're even putting the counter on the Luris. Okay, this turn went very well. Drawing a land there isn't what I wanted to see. But like, now I get to shut off the Heliod, and I get a card with the Robber exiled land there, but I'll get to play the Glorious Anthem. Well, the fact that they just let both of their Hallow Blades die there... Well, I want to call it a big swing for me. That also might just mean that they have something really good in their hands. Linden, that turns Heliod back on. Another Seasoned Hallow Blade. Yep, and now they just get to make Heliod so large. Or their Speaker of the Heavens. I really need to find, like, another Scorching Dragonfire. Or, god damn, this fucking Heliod. Indestructible cards are so fun. see, I guess I put on the Hollow Blade. Short Robber of the Rich. So I'm definitely going to play the Robber. I think what I might do here is attack with both of my... Oh no, I won't be able to draw cards. I was going to say attack with both of my Robbers. Try to see if I can, like, spike one of their Banishing Lights. But... Oh, actually, if I place Shatter Skull Smashin as a land and my second Great Hinge... That seems sort of crazy, but I actually think that that's my line here. It's like at this point, like I don't have a way in my deck to get Heliod off the battlefield. So I'm hoping to, like, find their own Banishing Light or something. One Plains and a Speaker of the Heavens. Oh, that didn't quite go as I'd hoped, but... And the Hallowblade can eat the 4/4 Robber. Oh, them trading with the Speaker is not it's not terrible. Or them trading for the Speaker. And Speaker draws my card. Oh, Shatter Skull Smashing. I can use that to kill Linden. God damn it. So so the Banishing Light was one card too deep. Oh man. That's a shame. I'm going to take a lot of damage this turn. I've got Shump with the Speaker of Heavens. Ugh. And they give it lifelink. At least they're stacking up all their counters on the Linden. Oh, I missed a trigger off of the Great Hinge there. That's fine, though. And then, alright, Linden's down. Heliod's not a creature. Okay. So now I just need to change some creatures. Okay, Sorceress Spyglass doesn't actually... Okay, it shuts... Oh, god damn it. I was going to say it doesn't do anything, and then I was like, no, it shuts off Vivian, and then Vivian is the first card that I draw. But thankfully, Planeswalkers are now also enchantments. Because, like, the Vivian... I'm actually not going to play the Fabled Passage here because I want to get a big Kraken next turn. Oh, geez. I actually sort of wouldn't hate drawing the Scorching Dragonfire. But no, I think I need to find creatures. I just need to put as much pressure on the opponent as I physically can. So let's shuffle away the Dragonfire. And see an Embercleave on top. While Embercleave is not a creature, that does give me out to just kill him next turn. I'll say it of Life's Bounty does not quite turn on Heliod. Ooh, an Edgewall Innkeeper? Don't mind if I do. Man, the glorious Anthem Great Hinge combo making all of my creatures absolutely massive is insane. And I've got another Mammoth on top of my library. Let's see what happens when I attack and cleave before I do any more nonsense. Nice. Thanks. Alright, looks like the cleave got us there. On to game 3. I do really wish that Arena had... Well, I sort of wish that Arena had an in-game chat. Like, I'm sure that would actually be absolutely rancid mess of nonsense. But I'd also like to be like, hey, Hendries, you've got a really cool deck. Like, I'm liking this mono white devotion. It's pretty cool. Oh man, this hand is... I'm going to keep it. It's very close. Let me see. They get to lead on a Savior. Savior into Hallowblade. That's a curve. I think I'm just going to stomp the Savior now. I don't want to deal with it. Like, if they have, like, a Linden or something on turn 3, I just need to get that off the table so that it doesn't enable the Heliod as well. I also need to find something large enough to block this Hallowblade rather quickly. Alright, take my 3. Alcyon. Man, the opponent is just every way to give protection, huh? I mean, I guess I sort of just stomped the Alcyon too, like, following the same logic. I'm like taking damage off this Hallowblade, but now I can sack the Alcyon to fizzle my Bone Crusher. Yeah, I should have used Scorching Dragonfire there. That was a mistake. There's the Linden. So we will kill Linden. And then I guess we play Robber of Rich and attack. Like, I don't think... I'm not in the position where I'm chumping this Hallowblade yet. Well, I'm pretty damn close. I just need to find, like, a Questing Beast or a Lovestruck Beast, and then I'll be feeling pretty well about where I am. Well, the opponent's also not played any removal, so their hand could just be, like, Banishing Light, Banishing Light. I'm in a lot of trouble. But Heliod's Punishment. Another Robber of the Rich. Yeah, I mean, I play Robber, attack, down my Bone Crusher Giant. I wonder if this... Interesting. Yep, they've got the Banish. So yeah, their hand's just all removal, and then the Indestructible Creature. Yep. Pick 3. Probably going to lose this one, unfortunately. Draw another land. Flash from him. So I think my game plan here is put the Bone Crusher Giant in front of the Seasoned Hollow. Ah, crap. They just have... I was planning on trying to put Bone Crusher Giant in front of the Hallowblade and then Embercleave it, but they just had another removal spell. Yeah, we're probably not going to pick this one up now. We need to draw something more impactful than another land. Please. Sure. Do Mammoth, please do nice things for me. So here's the thing. Do I go to 1? Yeah, I think the attempt to like ambush it with the Embercleave is still my best chance. Oh, the fact I forgot Hollowblade taps when it gains indestructible, so I can use Scorching Dragonfire as a fog. What is with these lands, man? Okay, okay. The fact that I can use Scorching Dragonfire as a fog gives me hope. I have hope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, Mammoth. You and us, I versus the Hollowblade. I don't want to mute Linden. Sure. There we go. Alright, let's Scorching Dragonfire the Hollowblade. Alright, discards a plane. Sure, sure. Alright, they're dead on board now. Oh, and we found the Questing Beast. So yeah, we just jam. Good game. Good game. That was fun. I really liked this deck. Opponent's got some really cool things going over there. Mono White Devotion is not a deck I've seen much of, but it makes sense. The Heliod is an intrinsically powerful card. This hand is great, but like look at these Ashiok sleeves. Oh, you can even interact with them. Opponent mulligan. They're on a Yorian list. Alright, let's Lovestruck Beast. Great Hinge. Alright, let's attack with our 1/1, and then we'll Bone Crusher Giant. Or we have Bone Crusher Giant up. And then hopefully we find a land and we can just make a nice, smooth Lovestruck Beast into Great Hinge. Opponent got one top, one bottom with their Omen of the Sea. What? I didn't feed him more than like 45 minutes ago. Okay. I know, but like, yeah, but it's still like, okay, maybe it was an hour and a half, but it still wasn't. Okay, so yeah, he's just eaten like 3 dinners. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't feed him that long ago. My cat is just a crazy glut. Okay, so let's actually focus on the game here. I'm killing my 1/1. Yeah, that sort of sucks. I'm just going to go for the Lovestruck Beast. Like, if I draw the land, I can go Great Hinge into create a token. Oh, no, they can just discard my hinge. Shit. Elspeth Nightmares, one heck of a card. Also, is my opponent on Dimir Yorion? I don't think I've actually seen Dimir Yorion before. That's interesting. Dimir Yorion. Alright, that neutralize is annoying. Actually, I'm not going to play this land pre-combat. I get a better attack in this way. That was almost a mistake. Like, yeah, that way I get attacked for 6 damage instead of 3. They exile my graveyard. That doesn't really matter. There is the Elf. And they've just got another Elspeth's Nightmare. So... Hopefully I draw a land here so I can get down my Ember... Oh, no, I guess I can't get down Embercleave because I can't attack with the Lovestruck Beast. These Elspeth's Nightmares are doing a lot of work so far as, like, stopping my Lovestruck Beasts from doing... Well, I guess I'm still able to attack with Lovestruck Beast, but it's really doing a lot. Like, the fact that they've been able to strip away my Hinge and my Embercleave. Ah, damn, and they've just got Heartless Act here, so now I'm in a really tough spot. Do I play this Mammoth out as a land? I don't think so, I just sort of need the threat. My opponent is low on cards in hand, at least. Oof. Opponent bottoms off their temple, 1 card in hand. They put Yorion in hand, so 2 cards in hand. Do another Mammoth. Sure. Pass. I might end up playing the second one as a land next turn to enable an attack. Elspeth eats my graveyard. Doesn't really matter. Thankfully, the Yorion was just a turn too slow to blink the Elspeth Conqueror's Death, so I guess it wouldn't have done too much. Definitely not the most impressive Yorion I've ever seen, not that I am complaining. Double top, that's scary. Forest here is fairly good. That allows me to get in with my Mammoth, at least. And I'll play another Mammoth. Okay. Like, we are doing a fairly good job of whittling down our opponent's life total. Do have 2 cards in hand. But we've got him under a lot of pressure. Atrios, Oracle of Half-Truths. I think I want them to have negate the least, so let's see if I can tempt them, because it's really easy to play around the disruption. Let's see if I can tempt them to not take the negate. They took the negate, damn it. So that's just going to make this so much harder. Innkeeper is an interesting draw there. Damn it, and I've got another counterspell here for the Innkeeper. God damn it, I just needed them to not have something that one turn. So lands are still really good draws, because that enables some nice attacks through the Yorion. Some Alacrium's annoying. We don't really want to see a Hinge. We don't really want to see an Embercleave. Opponent's deck has actually done a really good job of sort of shutting us off of our big powerful artifacts between the Elspeth Nightmares, taking them out before they come down, and now the negate. Jesus. Embercleave. Yeah, I can't really do anything with that. I'm not in a situation where attacking all and letting the cleave get countered does much for me. Fortunately, the opponent is firmly in control of this. And they get to double top off their scries. We're so screwed. I mean, we're not dead yet. We're just very close to dead. Let's see what they got here. Some sort of a removal spell, perhaps. Opponent attacks with the Orient. Sure. And Extinction Event when my entire board is odd. Naturally. Oh. Scavenging Ooze, I guess, is fine draw. Can become a pretty threatening creature. There's plenty of fodder for it to eat. Yeah, that Extinction Event there, that hurts. So now they get to start stacking their Crawling Barons. Yeah. I guess I was just too slow this time round. And they get Ugin. Sure. Sure, so they got to top Sweeper into Ugin, presumably. Alright, Clothis is good. Vivian. See, not interested in these brush fires. I could almost see going down like a Hinge. Like they seemed really well suited to stopping that. Could have just been like a flunk of how their draw went, but like doesn't feel crazy. And let's go down to Snooze. We have good tools to grind, I think. We've got Clothis, we've got a lot of escape creatures that removal doesn't really function well against. Although I guess all the Elspeth's Nightmares is also good against my escape creatures. Elspeth's Nightmare is just a surprisingly powerful card. I'm going to play on my Innkeeper here. Like, there's not there's not an adventure creature for me to hold it for. Can you run my fave card in your deck? It's a really good neutral. What is it? Alright, we get a trigger. Ooh, we stole one of their sweepers. What's the card, Emrys? Mazemind Tome. Bloodchief's Thirst, how dare you? So, a tome is a good card, but it doesn't really fit with what this deck wants to do. Like, I'm not interested in spending mana on something that's not really a threat unless it's like an engine the way the Great Henge is, and this Elspeth's Nightmare is just going to wreck me again. So I definitely think it's a really good card, but I don't think it's a good fit for this deck. Like, I don't really know what I would cut for it. So I'll just get down my Mammoth. I mean, it's definitely a good card. Like, it's featured in quite a few of like the Orient decks, like what my opponent's playing. I'm sure they've got a couple tucked away in here. So I imagine they've just got a counterspell for Vivian here. Yep, they've just sort of got everything. And they've got 3 cards to my 1. What the hell? Oh, treasure map. That's a great card. Yep, I just lose.